So we'll see how to add a new bonus section, how to work around the new bonus section. So that's something that we're going to do today. And so if you look at this here, this is what we did in the last class. So we kind of added certain goals, I mean weightages and different set of goals for company goals. So today what we'll do is, let's say I want to add one more goals called, let's say division goals or group goals or whatever it is. So this is also defined based on company's performance or the particular business line performance. There is a different percentage of bonus that will be assigned to employees within the organization. So it's like a split of your bonus based on individual performance, company's performance, and your business line's performance, as your offer letter says mostly always. So what we'll do is we'll go and add one more goal section. We'll see how to add it, and also we'll need to we need to set up the weightages properly, otherwise it won't work. So you need to have maximum 100% weightage. So that's something that we need to define. Okay, so we'll define it. We'll go to our admin tools and we'll download the form first so that we can modify the changes, because the bonus section cannot be added so go to compensation home. So just to show you, let's go here. Why I can't add? Maybe you can simply look at it. I cannot add it. So if you look at it, so this is salary sheet. So when you go to bonus, you only have this one. You don't see anything else, okay? You don't see groupings. You cannot add any groupings here. Even if you add columns, the standard is a simple thing, okay? You don't have options to define new sections. That's the reason why we're going to XML. Okay, so I'll download the form template. So let's say I'll open this. Okay, so you'll see this one. I hope everyone can see my screen. Right, so if you look at our compensation form, so this is a section where we talk about bonus. Okay, so these are company goals. If you look at it, I've got 2 goals and some achievement of percentage, and then you've got your can you see my screen, everyone? So I came down to our bonus section. So I'm here. So I'll just go and define it now, okay? Let's go. So this is my company goals. What I'll do is you have to actually copy this whole section. So you have to copy this whole section from here. So you need to copy the whole section and then put it here, right next to it. So it's comp P4P section. Okay. So now what you can do is you can actually, let's say, change this to, what do you want to make it? Division or group or corporate?
Excuse me, sir.
What?
This is Anas here.
Yes.
Sir, either 80%,
Yes.
60% goals we can edit and change also, sir, in this situation? The second time?
Now you can change it.
Okay.
But ideally, once you launch the form, you can't change it.
Okay.
So now what I'll do is, I'll make company goals to 30%, personal individual goals to 40% weightage. So it's like 40, 30, and 30. So I'm making this as 30%. And this is index 2, so that you have a new index. So this is division goals for all of them, right? So this one is, we'll change it. Improve utilization to 95%. So achieved 90%, and increase the improve year on it. Year-on-year revenue by, let's say, 15%. Okay, so I achieved 90% here, and let's say I achieved 90% here. So this goal has a 40% weightage, this goal has a 60% weightage. Overall, this section has 30% weightage of the employee's bonus. Okay, so we'll add this here, and we'll save it. Okay, so now, since we have to use form updates, I don't want to create a new form again. So let's go and upload my form 2015 July compensation. So I'll update by upload. So we have done the upload. We'll get back to our admin tools once. So this form has been uploaded. That's fine. So now let's go and create a new worksheet. Okay, so we'll launch the plan. So let's go and see. Let's go and see this. The form is not yet generated, so form is not yet generated, not sure why. Let's create another one. Let's see why it's not generating. Okay. So go to the form now. Let's go quickly and see what we did. So if you look at our bonus sheet now, so we should see 3 sections. You see that? So we've got 3 sections: individual goals, company goals, division goals. So this is performance review goals, whatever he worked on goals and whatever he achieved through goals will be displayed in the individual goals, whereas company goals and division goals are certain hard-coded goals. So these are the values that come from your organization's performance. So this is something that's common for all the people. So when we define it for everyone. So that's why we kind of hard code these goals. And so that's why you see I put the percentage of achievement there itself, because I can't enter it here for individual employees, because that's something that's dependent on the company's performance, so it's always constant. So likewise, you can add multiple sections of goals based on the customer requirements, and this is how it gets calculated. Is this clear, everyone? So just copy paste the section of goals and change it according to your requirements. So system will show you how things work. Any questions? Anyone on this one? How to add a new section of goals?
Praveen, can you show it 1 second, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Praveen, and another question adding to this, did the percentages apply for this since we have changed that in the mod data models?
Sorry, what is that?
Did the percentage amount which earlier which was somewhere around more than 50, we have changed that to 30. So did the percentages affected in this?
Yes, of course. So let me show you. So if you look at this here, so there are different weightages for different set of goals now. So you have a 30% weightage for company goals, 30% weightage for division goals, and we also have 40% for individual goals. So if you look at this here, this is 40% of this one, obviously. So this is 40. So this and this should be same. So this is 30. This is 30. So this is what we did, and this is how it works. So if you look at this one is your 100%, the bonus target. This is 100. So the sum of all these three should be 100. So this plus this plus this. So if you look at how system is taking these values, it's coming from your weightages that you define here in your so this is 30%, this is 30%, whereas individual goals has if you go to individual goals, you've got 40%. So this section weightages cannot be defined in your front end. You need to define them in the XML itself. Okay? So this is where you define the weightages of the sections. And within sections, each goal can have a different weightage. So for someone who asks how to do it again, so simple, we copy paste the section of goals and copy paste it again. So put a new unique index number, so that's like a serial number. You just put minus, so there is 1 and you put 2 here, so that should be fine. And then you rename the goals, so I changed it to division goals. And then I changed goals as well. So you have improved utilization to 95% and increase the year-on-year revenue by 15%. So that's my target for this year, and I achieved 90% each. So which is what I did, and I put 60% weightage for utilization and 40% weightage for year-on-year revenue. Is that clear?
Yes, Praveen.
So this is important. So out of the whole compensation bonus part, this is the key. This.
Praveen, I have one question. Praveen.
Yes.
Back to that XML sheet. Can you come back to the XML sheet, please?
Sure.
No, here you are saying the 90% is what is achieved, correct?
Right, yes.
Okay, so is it something like we have to key in that 90% individually for everybody?
So do you define XML for everybody? No, we don't. This is one template that will be used by all the people.
Okay. So if you say define 90% here, then it is automatically applicable to all the employees in the form?
Of course. So let's see that for you if you would like to see that. So let's see that. How that's applicable. So as of now, I generated only for Alan Thompson. So all the people below Alan Thompson that he can plan, you see all of them have got 90%. Similarly, if I generate for everyone, everyone will have 90%.
But usually in a real-time scenario, it wouldn't really be the same, right? Because everybody wouldn't really be achieving 90%. There would be differences.
So these are division goals. So if you look at it, these are division goals. These are company goals. So whoever is working in the company will have the same achievement, right? If my company achieves, you achieve.
Yeah.
Let's say probably
Company level achievement is fine.
Yeah, individual goals, I'm not saying he achieved 90% here. It's coming from his goal plan. I'm not defining it here. So for individual goal section, it's coming from his ratings.
Okay, got it, Praveen. Thank you.
Yeah. So I was telling something. So individual goals, remember it is coming from your goals that you uploaded. So if you remember, we uploaded an Excel with individual goals and the percentage of achievements. So that's where the data is coming from for individual goals section. Whereas if you look at your company and division goals. So this is something that's standard for all the people in the organization. So that's why I'm defining them at a XML level, at a template level, because that's where you define it or key in the value manually. Right, so now we go to something important. So there's something that we already discussed, but a point to mention again, and it's also worth. So this is your trigger point. So this particular calculation. So you see something called as bonus target. This is called bonus target. So this bonus target is a key for defining whether you should go for comp versus variable pay. So the way this target is calculated, if it's simple, you go to compensation management product. If it's complex, you go to variable pay component. So what happens is in compensation, so this value is coming from your UDF file. So your user data file brings the value into your template or XML, into your planning. So user data file is a source for bonus target calculation because I cannot define certain calculations in the system manually, because if you have more number of people and the manual calculation part becomes more complex. So that's why we try to if it's a lot complex, that's when people suggest to go for variable pay. Otherwise, you stick to your compensation management product. Let's say within compensation, let's go inside one step. We go to our plan template. So within your compensation template, if you go inside, go to design worksheet. Bonus. See, I've got target. So this target is something that you can actually define from your input file, the user data file. let's say if you make it read only, even then doesn't make any difference. You see, it doesn't bring any calculation screen. That's a problem with our bonus sheets. So it does not give you the flexibility to provide some logic or something. So this is really bad, of course, I know. So in order to avoid it, so that's when people go for variable pay module. That's a place where you deal with a lot of complex bonus calculations. Otherwise, you have to do this calculation, your UDF file, and then import it into the system. Okay, so that's a very important point. So if it's 10%, you put the logic in the UDF file, which is your Excel file, and then upload it into the system. Now, something out of all, so we again go back to action for all plans. Okay, so this is something that's important. Compensation statements. What are statements? So there's nothing but your appraisal letter. Okay, so your company, once you do all the planning, you can generate your statements. So what are these statements? So there's nothing but it contains a set of text and certain set of fields, and it is made available once you complete the compensation process for employees. Okay, saying this is your hike, this is your bonus, this is something. So from a success factors perspective, there are certain limitations that you should know. More than how you do it, it's very important you know this limitation, because this is where you face problems, or you kind of face the heat when you go to the customer. Because customer wants their own set of forms, and whatever they see, they feel like they want to see this. Okay, so it's like SuccessFactors provides you with only one statement. So SuccessFactors provides you with only one statement that's kind of common or default. You cannot create your own statements. You cannot create your own forms, just like any other software. Because SAP and all are good when you want to create your own forms. But here, in SuccessFactors, compensation especially, you cannot. If you want to go for a custom compensation statement, then in that case, you have to reach out to SAP to create a new statement as per your requirements. This is a problem, okay, because no customer would like to see this form. So let me show you how we can add a template. This is usually, you don't see them available. You don't see these things available, okay. These things are... Okay, so we go and let's say add template. So either you can export a form template from whatever source, like a test instance or a production instance, sorry, a test instance or a development instance, or you can also, if you're doing it for the first time, you can actually import it from Success Store. So go to compensation template. Variable pay, if included, you can include both of them. So you can include one combined statement. So we'll take this simple personal compensation statement. We'll take this, we'll change okay, so you kind of use it. Sorry, I don't know. So 2015 July compensation statement, if you look at it, this is where we have. So in this section, what we can do is you can modify this one. So this can be your company URL. So this one usually takes your company URL. Now you don't need to change it. Ideally, whatever logo that you have, system brings that logo. You can edit this one. You can edit your text. You can edit your message, whatever you would like to put. You can edit your signature. So this is like a standard format of your organization. If you want to move these things, that's it. If I want to move this one, now I can't move it. I can only edit it, but not do something. Only thing that I can do is I can edit it. That's it. Okay, I cannot move the section somewhere, or I can't create a new one like we wish. So that's the problem. So, and here what you can do is you can define what is your fields that you have. You can also add the fields that you would like to add. Let's say, for example, you would like to add a job title or job level, let's say, for example. So if you look at it, this is how I can add and then move it from one to other. Okay, so this is how you can move it between different places. So you can simply add sections and fields. Okay, I can add a section like this. I can say bonus information. Can add bonus information. See, I added a section like this, and I can add a field in my bonus section. So all I need to do is I should go see my target. This total, I guess if I'm not wrong, it should be bonus. So this is how I can add values to my section. Okay, so this is all you can do with respects to your comp template. This compensation statement is called compensation statement. Remember, you cannot create your own compensation statements out of nowhere. All you can do is you can download the standard SuccessFactors provided statement and then modify it as per your requirement, but without changing the layout of the standard template. But if you would like to have more changes, if you would like to have different things in the system, in the template, sorry, in the statement, then you should reach out to SAP or SuccessFactors for getting it done. Is that clear? So this is how you add your comp statement. So once you add the comp statement, then you can do certain things. So this is your comp statement. You can define default permissions for your template. So let me see if I made this template the default. Okay, so these are the template permissions. Who can see your template? So your compensations template. So an employee can see it, employees manager can see it, and HR representative can see it. If you'd like to allow permissions for other people, then you need to define the permissions here. Okay, so the comp statement that you see here can be assigned to different people. Okay, so it's like employee can view it, employees manager can view it, employees HR representative can view it. So different people can view it actually. So let's say if I don't want to give, sorry?
Praveen,
Yes.
these kind of permissions, do we also have in the manage user permissions, or is this the only place where we can set these permissions?
No, for the template, this is the only place where you can set it up. Because this is your comp statement, so who can see the comp statement?
Fine. Thank you.
So you define it as a default for your comp statement. So there's nothing but your appraisal letter, who can view it. So appraisal letter can be, obviously your manager will definitely know what is there, so no point not giving him his access because he's the one who defined it, and your HR should have access to it because he's the one who approves it, and then employee himself. So that's how you define it. So once you define this, again, what you have to do is you have to go back to your comp statement. Let's say, for example, I go to a compensation. In order to generate it, remember, you need to complete your comp statements. You can't simply put them there and generate. No, it won't work. First, you need to complete your compensation process. Then only you can use any of the compensation statement. So now I have one form. I'll complete the process for that form. In order to complete the process, it has to go through the whole. It has to go through the whole. What is it called? Route map. So it has to complete the complete route map. It has to go through all the different people involved in the route map, and it should come to completed status. So let's do that quickly. So we can send it to the next step. So it has gone to the next step. So this is with me, right? So this is a sim coordinator. It has come to me. So once I approve it, it will go and complete the process. Let's go and see compensation in my inbox now. So it should be in my inbox. So this is where I am. I can go and complete my, I can send it to the next step as well from my side. I just approve it. So the next step is completed. So once I send it to the next step, it will be completed. So that's it. So you can see them in the completed status. So this is our latest completed statement, which is what we see. Okay, so this is something that we're seeing here. So let's go to our admin center now. I don't know who renamed it to admin center from admin tools. I don't know, but that's fine. So in the admin tools, if you go to your compensation, if you go to our compensation statements, what you have to do is till now what we did was we just created our worksheets and everything, but then we have to complete the compensation cycle. So in order to complete the compensation cycle, first thing is we have to manage the statement template. So for this particular plan, we need to select a template. So select your template that you just generated. So this is a default template. Okay, so you save it. So now we are assigning a plan to a template. That means the form so whatever compensation planning that we have done so far, we are assigning a statement, compensation statement, so that once we generate the statement would be generated. So now you go to generate statements. So this is where you have to generate it. So I'll just take it. So there's only one worksheet that's completed, which is right. We just completed only one statement. Sorry. So this statement template forms are confusing. So we just completed one form, right, that is launched, and we completed it. So now I'm going to generate the statements. You can also generate it by the employee name, but I'll generate it for all the people in that particular statement. So generated the statements. So how do I see that? Let's see. So the form has been, the statement successfully queued for generating in the background. So the notification will be sent. Meanwhile, what we can do is we can go to Marla, who is an employee, obviously, who was part of the compensation planning process. So we should see the template, or sorry, the statement in her profile. So this is how you should see it. So when I go to, sorry, I should go to my profile, not compensation. I'm so sorry. So you should go to employee files. Guys, can you please put yourself on mute? So when you go to your public profile of an employee, you can see the compensation statement. Click on it. So you should see the available compensation statements for the employee. So this is 2015 July compensation that we just generated. So you see the letter. So you see SuccessFactors logo. You see your whatever message, and then in our bonus information we've got total and the target. This is something that we added which was not there before, and the job level was something that we added before. Likewise, you can add anything that you wish into your sections and you can maintain it here. So this is how it looks. Okay, so this is how the system generates the statement. So there's like a common message for everyone as you see it. In other in any appraisal process, you get a letter end of the year saying, okay, this is how it looks, this is how it works. A lot of companies prefer having them separately, having a lot of things that they don't see it here most probably. So in that case, as I said, they have to reach out to SAP if they feel that this is not enough for them. We can't do anything as a consultant. We have to just wait and see what SAP does for them.
Praveen, can we change this text?
Text, yes, you can. Text you can modify, logo you can modify. Everything that you can see here can be modified, the names and everything. Or the section, text, whatever you see, that you can modify. But the layout cannot be.
Okay. And one more question, do we need to configure any workflows?
Workflows for?
You are sending this sheet for completion status, right? We are sending to
Of course,
different
that's
levels.
something that we did at the beginning itself. What is a route map? Route map is nothing but a workflow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you.
So Praveen, what are the challenges that we might face during designing of this compensation statement? When you
Designing the compensation statement that we can do is very simple.
that means
whatever we have.
working with the client. Yeah. Go ahead. Praveen.
So the point is, as I said, if they want to go ahead with standard, they have very limited functionality, or there's limited things that you can do. Okay, whereas if they would like to go with the advanced comp statements, then they have to go to SAP and they will guide them. From our side, what you need to be careful is when you accept something, make sure you know that this fits here or there. If it fits there, then you have to guide them to the right process. Because here, this is, if you look at it, it's very simple. It's one page statement. So they want multiple page statements, or they would like to have multiple things within this, which you can't maybe edit or do something. So all you can change here is you can change the logo, put the company logo, change the text, change the colors, and change this whole para, whatever you see, and put something of your own, and then you put your results here.
Praveen.
Hello? Yes?
I question regarding this reports anonymous. Since we have assigned this template for Marla Gibbs and the teammates down here, can we extract a report somewhere like a ORD or kind of a query for this? Like I just wanted to see a bar chart or a pie chart for this, like how much the budget has been incurred and how much the target has been acquired. Some kind of a report. Can I extract that?
Yes, of course, you can extract reports, but not from the statement though. But you can actually extract the report from the form that we have, right? The template. So you select your this template and then extract it. You should be able to do it. There are other reports within compensation itself, which I think we'll discuss in the next classes. So there are aggregate export and there are a couple of others where you can actually export the compensation related reporting. That we will see in the next classes most probably. So here, from a statement, no. Statement is just a form. So it's like a user form that you sign. Whereas from a reporting perspective, you go to your com statement, com template, you take the template, and then what is it called, guys? Multi-data set. So in the data set reporting, so in the data set, you need to maintain compensation, that particular year rating, and then you can pull the data. So that's possible. Any other questions around this?
Nothing from.
Okay. So now, once you generate the form, let's say you found that there is certain things that went wrong and it's not accurate. How can you recall a statement? Previously, at the beginning when this was launched, okay, so there was no way that you can recall a statement. But later it was included. It was not there before. So now, let's say for example, if I would like to recall a statement that has been issued to one employee or multiple employees for the whole set of population, how you can do it? That's something that we'll see now. So when we go to our templates, when we go to a compensation template, so when we go to this complete compensation cycle, so you can recall the statement. So you can recall the statement for all the templates or your own template. That means all the population or all the people in this particular template will be recalled. Or you can also call by an employee name. Let's say for example, I like to call only for Marla Gibbs. I can validate and add. See, I have got 2015 July compensation statement. So that's added. Or I can also select by list of usernames. Just put the usernames and whatever forms that whatever form that she has in this particular template, it will be removed or recalled. So you can recall it for the whole template or for a set of people in the template or for a list of usernames. You can follow any version. So you can recall the statement. So let's say I'm going to recall this based on employee name. So recall statement is successful. So when I go to employee, I should not see the statement anymore. So I go to Marla Gibbs. Sorry. You see this particular template was no more. Previously it was there. Now you don't see it anymore. So that's how you recall the statements. So you go back to admin tools, let's say, I'll show you something. So once the whole process is completed, let's say generated all the forms, everyone is okay, then obviously this data has to be transferred to your profile. So one is public profile and the other one is employee central. If you have employee central as well, then you need to push the data to employee central because that's where the compensation information should go. So if I go to our template, so this is where you push or publish the data. So here you only see publish in live profile. This is like a public profile or your employee profile data. Whereas if you have an employee central system in the same thing as well, then you will see a new tab which says publish in live, sorry, employee central. So I can select it, so I can publish it in the live profile. So I can check the form status. So there's one compensation template found with one completed forms. So I submitted. So this has been completed. So you see that you have submitted your data into your employees profile. So it's here employee files. So if it's configured in your profile scorecard, I think there is no live profile, so it's just nothing but talent profile. The talent profile, you should see the information. So here you don't see it, don't worry. So you should have a talent profile configured to see it here at an employee data level. So once you publish it, if you have a talent profile, so the data will be transferred to the talent profile where you see current year salary and current year compensation rating and stuff. So that's how you kind of deal with the statements. Okay, so what we've seen today is a couple of important things. One or three maybe. One is how to add new sections in the bonus part. Okay, so how you can maintain different sections and see them in the statement, and sorry, in the form. Sorry. The second one is working with statements, and third one is the bonus target. As I said, that's an important concept which is small, but it's really important. The bonus target cannot be auto-calculated in Success